Hare Krishna. Let's begin our session with prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we continue to discuss chapter 10. Chapter 10 is opulence of the absolute, Vibhuti Yoga. So before we begin today's session, there was a very interesting conversation between Prabhupada that has been recounted in one of the memories. So the conversation goes like this. A woman said, I have left ISKCON. मैंने ISKCON को छोड़ दिया. तो एक औरत ने बताया. तो प्रभुपाद ने पूछा और उनके डिसाइपल्स ने पूछा कि क्यों आपने छोड़ा. तो ये औरत बताई. So this woman said, so many rules, regulations, restrictions, इतने सारे नियम, कानून, यम नियम हैं. तो I have found a new guru. तो मैं एक नया गुरु को ढूंढ लिया है. अच्छा, तो ये नया गुरु मतलब आपने ढूंढ लिया, कैसे गुरु है? What type of guru is he? अच्छा, ये गुरु कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं डालते हैं, आपके जैसे नियम कानून नहीं बताते हैं. वो बोलते हैं आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, भक्ति कर सकते हो. तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी इसके लिए उत्तर देते हैं. There are many cheaters in the market. There are many waiting to be cheated. तो धोखा देने वाले कम नहीं है और धोखा खाने वाले के भी कमी नहीं है, क्योंकि लोगों को आसान तरीका चाहिए. लोगों को अपने जिंदगी मटेरियल लाइफ चलाते रहना है, बट उनको स्पिरिचुअल बेनिफिट भी चाहिए. सो not that material enjoyment should not be there, but there are ways of going about it. ऐसा नहीं है कि भौतिक सुख को भोगना ही नहीं है, लेकिन there are ways of doing it. उनका एक नियम और कानून है. So Prabhupada ji makes it very clear here that कि अगर हम धोखा खाना चाहते हैं तो धोखा देने वाले की कमी इस दुनिया में है ही नहीं. There are many, that's why there are so many cheater gurus. क्यों cheater gurus क्यों है? क्योंकि मार्केट है. कौन सा मार्केट है? जो cheatable है उनकी मार्केट है. So when there is a market available of all those who are willing to be cheated, so definitely there will be the business of Dhongi Babas, false gurus, that will go on. So another thing that we have to discuss, what do you mean by fame? So famous होना क्या बात, किसको फेमस बोलते हैं हम? जो लाखों लोग जानते हैं, जो देश विदेश में लोग उनको जानते हैं. बट भगवान कृष्णा का फेम, he's an unlimited fame. One of the 6 opulences of Krishna is unlimited fame. Not just in India, not just on earth, केवल भूमि या भारत देश में नहीं, पूरे विश्व में. और ऐसे लाखों करोड़ों विश्व है, लाखों करोड़ों ब्रह्मांड है, तो सारे विश्व में कृष्ण प्रख्यात है. So that is real fame. Is has got unlimited fame. तो हमारे फिल्म एक्टर्स, कुछ लोगों को पसंद है इसी देश में, कुछ लोगों को पसंद नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द एक्टर लाइक शाहरुख खान, there are many people who like Shahrukh Khan. There are many people who don't like Shahrukh Khan. There are many people who like Amir Khan. There are many people who don't like. So even in this country, it is not possible that everybody will like one person. and he may be famous, but he is famous to a limited number of people. But Krishna Bhagavan is unlimitedly famous. So when a devotee who is connected with Krishna, we come across, जब हम भक्त के बारे में बात करेंगे तो वो भी अनलिमिटेडली फेमस है. और इस बार वो तीनों लोक में फेमस है. बिकॉज प्रहलाद महाराज का वृत्तांत केवल धरती पे नहीं, स्वर्ग लोक में और जो भी बाकी ब्रह्मांड है वहां पे भी उनका वर्णन होता है. They praise the glories of Prahlad Maharaj in all the three worlds. So in the end note of 5th shloka, Prabhupada ने बताया कि यशः fame should be according to Lord Chaitanya. भगवान चैतन्य के हिसाब से यश क्या है? A man is famous when he is known as a great devotee. तो ब्रह्मांड में नहीं, तीनों लोक में वो प्रख्यात हो सकता है जब वो भगवान श्री कृष्ण का भक्त है, क्योंकि हर लोक में भगवान श्री कृष्ण को जानते हैं. तो इसका मतलब उनका भक्त का भी जानकारी वो रखते हैं. सो दैट इज रियल फेम. तो असली मायने से प्रख्यात होना क्या है? भगवान श्री कृष्ण का भक्त बनना. If one man has become a great man in Krishna consciousness, it is known that he is truly famous. तो शुद्ध भक्त जो है, शुद्ध भक्त तीनों लोक में प्रख्यात हो सकते हैं, because Krishna is famous in all the three worlds. I have got a suggestion that I have to raise the volume. I really don't know how I should do that in a Zoom session. I will try, because what I have is the speaker volume. I hope this helps. Okay. Let's move further. We are talking about fame. So all these qualities are manifest throughout the universe in human society and the society of demigods. Bhakto ke samagam mein we can become famous. There are many forms of humanity on other planets. तो इस लोक में, नर लोक में ऐसे मनुष्य हैं. There are higher species of human forms in the Swarga Loka and other lokas. And these qualities are there. Now for one who wants to advance in Krishna consciousness, कोई कृष्ण प्रज्ञा में आगे बढ़ना चाहता है, Krishna creates all these qualities. तो सारे अच्छे गुण हैं जो भक्त में आता है, वो भगवान श्री कृष्ण का आशीर्वाद है. One who engages in devotional service of Supreme Lord develops all the good qualities. समासते सुर गुणा. तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण के सारे अच्छे गुण पा लेते हैं भक्त. And as arranged by the Supreme Lord. और एक कैसे आता है? भगवान श्री कृष्ण के आशीर्वाद से ये आता है. So of whatever we find good or bad, कल हमने डिस्कस किया, the origin is Krishna. तो अच्छे बुरे सारे जो चीज हमें देखने को मिलता है, कहाँ से आ रहा है? भगवान श्री कृष्ण से. Nothing can manifest in this material world which is not Krishna. तो भौतिक जगत में भी जो भी क्वालिटीज हम देख रहे हैं, भगवान श्री कृष्ण से ही आ रहा है. लेकिन जो अवगुण है वो perverted reflection of Krishna है, because all qualities are coming from Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna, so all our qualities are also coming from Krishna. लेकिन जो हमारे अवगुण है वो perversion of the actual quality of Krishna. Like yesterday we discovered about the difference between prema and kama. In Goloka there is prema, in material world it becomes kama. विकृत जब प्रेम हो जाता है वो काम हो जाता है. So having said this, now we are going to go through the interesting part of Bhagavad Gita. Why do I say that it is the interesting part? Because now Krishna starts describing about his opulences. तो कृष्णा अपने विभूतियों के बारे में हमें बताते जाएगा. So that means to say that Krishna is introducing himself through the mode of his energies, through the mode of how he can be perceived in this world. कैसे हम भगवान को महसूस कर सकते हैं इस संसार में. So let's move further. महर्षया सप्त पूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तथा मद्भाव मानसा जाता ईशाम लोका इमा प्रजाः. So in this shloka, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says the 7 great sages, Maharshaya Sapta Purve. तो जो पुरातन व्यवस्था में 7 मुनिया थे, ऋषिया थे, and before them the 4 great other sages, और उनसे पहले चत्वारो, तो 4 और मुनिया, तो ये, and the manus, मानवस तथा, the progenitors of mankind. मनु मानव कुल का क्या बोल सकते हैं, pra-pitamaha है, is the source of, is origin of मानव कुल. तो मनवस तथा, तो ये सब are born out of my mind. मद्भाव मानसा जाता, वो मेरे मन से सृष्टि हुए. Everything is created from Krishna, through Krishna, by Krishna. So the 7 great sages, the 4 great sages before them, and Manu, they're all coming from Krishna. That means our origin is also from Krishna, because we are Manavas, coming from Manu. And all creatures in these planets descend from them. Esham loka ima prajaha. ये सब प्रजापति हैं. प्रजापति में प्रजा का पति, मतलब प्रजा का सृष्टि करने वाले. They are the progenitors of all the existing beings on the various planets. So starting from this, Krishna starts describing his Vibhuti. So all that we see, all that is manifested is coming from the progenitors. तो ये जो हम सृष्टि में जो भी देखते हैं जीव जंतु, वो इन महर्षियों से, मनु से उत्पन्न हो रहा है. लेकिन ये सब कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? भगवान के मानसा जाता. They are created from the mind of the Lord. So we are all made in the image of the Lord. We are all a part of the Lord. We are all part and parcel of the Lord. This is the first introduction to us. So we ourselves are a part of the Lord. We are a proof that Lord exists. So the Lord is giving a genealogical synopsis of universal population. तो यहाँ पे भगवान क्या बोलते हैं, is showing the genetic descendants of all the living beings. तो सारे जो जीव जंतु हैं वो कहाँ से आए ये बता रहे हैं. भगवान कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? भगवान श्री कृष्णा से. They were all created, the progenitors were created by the mind of Krishna. So Brahma is the original creature born of the energy of Supreme Lord known as Hiranyagarbha. So the पहला जीव कौन है? पहला जीव है भगवान श्री ब्रह्मा. So Brahma is one of the living entities. He is living in the material world. Although because of his great qualities he has come to that position. और ऐसे एक ब्रह्मांड में एक ब्रह्मा, और ऐसे करोड़ों करोड़ों ब्रह्मांड है, और हर ब्रह्मांड में एक एक ब्रह्मा. इस ब्रह्मांड के चतुर्मुख ब्रह्मा, there is a 4-headed Brahma in this particular universe. He is the least intelligent Brahma. He is the least powerful Brahma. मतलब जो यूनिवर्स में हम रह रहे हैं उसका जो ब्रह्मा है वो least intelligent है among all the Brahmas. He is the least powerful among all the Brahmas. So we are not living in a very great universe. हमसे भी बेहतर ब्रह्मांड इस सृष्टि में है, लेकिन इसी में हमारा अहंकार इतना बढ़ गया है. थोड़ा सा हम अपना काम करेंगे, थोड़ा सा कुछ भी अचीवमेंट करेंगे, अहंकार की तो सीमा है ही नहीं. But we are living in a universe where even the facilities are, you can say, one of the lowest types. तो ऐसे अच्छे अच्छे फैसिलिटी वाले ब्रह्मांड है. और चतुर्मुखा ब्रह्मा से there are 10-headed Brahmas, there are 100-headed Brahmas, there are 1,000-headed Brahmas, there are 10 million-headed Brahmas. जरा सोचिए, तो 4 मुख वाला ब्रह्मा सबसे इंटेलिजेंट क्रिएचर है हमारे ब्रह्मांड में, तो जो 10 मिलियन हेड्स रखता है ब्रह्मा, कितना इंटेलिजेंट होगा। तो हम क्या है, किस खेत की मूली है, कुछ भी नहीं है हम। So from Brahma, all 7 great sages, and before them 4 other great sages named Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, the 14 Manus are manifest. So they are all manifested by Brahma, but Brahma is manifested from Krishna. All the 25 great sages are known as the patriarchs of living entities of the universe. जो 25 हमने गिनती किया, 25 लोगों के बारे में कृष्णा बोलते हैं। These are the progenitors of all living entities. ये सृष्टि करता है सारे जीव जंतुओं का। उनका सृष्टि करता कौन है? भगवान श्री कृष्णा. So the first opulence is, he is the creator of everything, including the creators of all the creation. All of them are born of these 25 patriarchs. तो जो भी जीव जंतु है, केवल ये 25 लोगों से उत्पन्न हुए हैं. It means we are all very closely related. 25 लोगों का अंतर है बस. It's a close family, we are all. Then from Brahma, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara came out. And then Rudra, then the great 7 sages. And then in this way the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas are born out of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. भगवान की शक्ति से तो ब्राह्मणा, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र ये सब उत्पन्न होते हैं. So Brahma is known as Pitamaha. तो ब्रह्मा को ग्रैंडफादर, पितामहा बोलते हैं. और उसका पिता कौन है? श्री कृष्णा. So कृष्णा क्या हो गए? कृष्णा is known as pra-pitamaha. पितामहा का पितामह, पितामहा का पिता, pra-pitamaha. So that is the opulence of Krishna. He is the father of our grandfather. Grandfather is considered Brahma. Uska father है Krishna. But Brahma looks so old, and Krishna is always looking like a 16-year-old. He never ages beyond 16 years. Nava yauvanamcha. That is his quality. And that is stated in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. आगे अगले चैप्टर में हम इस opulence के बारे में और जानेंगे. Moving further, going to the next shloka, which describes an other opulence of the Lord. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo vetti tattvataha so vikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshayah. So भगवान श्री कृष्ण बोल रहे हैं, he who knows in truth this glory, एताम विभूतिम, मेरा ये जो विभूति है, विभूति योगा, who knows the matters of 10th chapter, mamayo vetti tattvata, he will know me perfectly. In principle, he will know me fully. So, and who knows the power of mine, और जो मेरे शक्तियों के बारे में जानता है, engages in unallowed devotional service. कोई भक्ति के पथ में कब आता है? तो भगवान श्री कृष्णा का वो acknowledge करता है कि हाँ, भगवान श्री कृष्णा is the source of everything. भगवान श्री कृष्णा हमारे लिए सब कुछ है. ऐसे जो मानता है वही भक्ति के मार्ग में आता है. That means to say that all of you fortunate souls have somehow, by the grace of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, have been able to come to a point where you have started accepting Krishna as the Supreme Lord. That is where your bhakti has started, has begun. And it is being cultivated by your preachers, by the system that is being set up by Prabhupada's institutions. And you are given an opportunity to grow spiritually. So, of this there is no doubt. Na yujyate na atra samshaya. इसका कोई संशय नहीं है. जो मुझे जान लेता है वो भक्ति के पथ पे आता है, और जो भक्ति के पथ में जो आता है उसको सारी जानकारी मेरे बारे में मिल जाता है. The highest summit of spiritual perfection is knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna is also telling in 4th chapter, knowledge about Krishna. Janma karma chamay divyam Evam yo vetti tattvata. The same tattvata is talking here. The one who knows that my birth and my activities are transcendental, knows me, evam yo vetti tattvata, knows me in principle, knows me correctly. And Krishna is telling for such a person, etam vibhutim yogam cha mamayo vetti tattvata. वो जो तत्वता जानकारी क्या है 10वें अध्याय में हमें मिल रहा है, 10वें अध्याय से आगे से हमें मिलेगा. So then Prabhupada mentions, unless one is firmly convinced of the different opulences of the Supreme Lord, he cannot engage in devotional service. भक्ति के मार्ग में वो आगे बढ़ ही नहीं सकता जब तक भगवान के विभूतियों के बारे में उसको जानकारी नहीं. So somewhere in some life we have done some good deed where because of which we have come across a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. कुछ तो सुकृति, कुछ तो अच्छे कार्य हमने किए होंगे कहीं ना कोई जन्म में, जिसके वजह से जितने भी अवगुण है उसके बावजूद हमें एक शुद्ध भक्त प्रभुपाद जी के संपर्क में आने का ये सौभाग्य मिला है, जो हमें राधा कृष्ण के चरण कमल में स्थित करवा सकते हैं. So generally people know that God is great. Many people say Allahu Akbar, God is great. Christianity में भी बोलते हैं. But how great is God? The factor we have to know about is God is great. Like how great He is, that is possible by reading Bhagavad Gita. They do not know in detail how God is great. Here are the details. So Allahu Akbar, God is great. How great is God? There we are getting it in Bhagavad Gita. That's why our Sanatana Dharma is perfect Dharma. It gives us complete knowledge of spirituality, gives us the means and method and the end of devotional service. If one knows factually how God is great, then naturally he becomes a surrendered soul. तो हम किसी का फैन कैसे बनेंगे जब वो उसका विभूति, जब उसका मतलब यश, जब उसका कुछ बहुत सारे अच्छे क्वालिटीज होंगे. So it can be beauty, it can be strength, like the 6 opulences of Lord, can be any one of them, the fame, the renunciation, the strength. We can get attracted to any one of these features, maybe all these features. And all these features are full in Krishna. So kuch, like Shah Rukh Khan, famous, but he's not the strongest person. He is not the most knowledgeable person. And there is Albert Einstein, great scientist. He is not a very beautiful person. And he is not very famous other than in the scientific community. आप कोई विलेजर को जाके पूछेंगे आइंस्टीन कौन है, वो बोलेगा मुझे मालूम नहीं. बट तीनों लोगों में कृष्णा is famous and his devotees are famous. When one factually knows the opulences of the Supreme, there is no alternative but to surrender to him. तो जब हम भगवान श्री कृष्ण का विभूति जान लेते हैं तो naturally we will surrender unto him. शरणागत हो जाएंगे. This factual knowledge can be known from the descriptions of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. भगवान के बारे में तत्वतः कैसे जानेंगे? ऐसे, by reading Bhagavad Gita, by attending sessions on Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, told by devotees. So in the administration of this universe, there are many demigods distributed throughout planetary system. जैसे कि हर country का government होता है. There is a government for every country. There is a prime minister. There are many ministers. Similarly, the president of all universes is Lord Shri Krishna. Unke under there are many ministers, the demigods, Indra, Chandra, who are working for his government, the universal government, and जिसके वो मंत्री हैं. So that is how the universe is functioning. So the chief of them is Brahma, और इसमें से chief, you can say the prime minister. US government में president is the highest, prime minister is the next. हमारे government of course prime minister is very powerful, and of course president has his role, and the president is considered more powerful. So Brahma, who is apparently doing most of the work, prime minister is doing most of the work, but more powerful than him is the president. So then there is Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is in charge of destruction of this world during the Pralaya time. And the four great Kumaras and other patriarchs, जो हमने 25 लोगों के बारे में बात किया. There are many forefathers of the population of universe, and all of them are born of Supreme Lord. So Krishna himself has, in the previous sloka, told us he is the source of everything. And how is the source? He is the source of those 25 people from which everything, every living entity is coming. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the original forefather of all forefathers. So pra-pitamaha वो इसी कारण कहलाते हैं. This is one of his great opulence. So these are some of the opulences of the Supreme Lord. When one is firmly convinced of them, he accepts Krishna with great faith and without any doubt. So असंशया, अगर हमें कृष्णा को भगवान मानना है, तो we must read Srila Prabhupada books. So Prabhupada is telling in his purport and Krishna is telling in his sloka. By knowing the तत्वता, कैसे जानेंगे तत्वता? पढ़ाई करने के बाद. पढ़ाई कौन सा करना है? शास्त्र का. शास्त्र कहाँ से आप पढ़ पाएंगे? इतने सारे वेद, इतने सारे पुराण, और हम 60 साल 70 साल का, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 100 साल जिएंगे. ये सब हम कर नहीं पाएंगे. So simply by reading 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and understanding it, we get all the knowledge of the Vedas. And that is the beauty and mystery of the Lord. 700 श्लोक में आपको पूरे वेद का ज्ञान मिल रहा है. So 700 श्लोका limited shlokas हैं, but you're getting unlimited knowledge. That is possible because there's no difference between Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Krishna is unlimited, so the knowledge from Bhagavad Gita is unlimited, though the number of shlokas are limited. So it is achintya, inconceivable. ज्यादा एनालिसिस करेंगे तो पागल हो जाएंगे. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? हो सकता है because it is possible through the aegis of the Supreme Lord. So one should not neglect to understand fully how great Krishna is. For by knowing the greatness of Krishna, one will be able to be fixed in sincere devotional service. So why is Prabhupada telling you must read, you must hear? Why is he telling? जो आपका विश्वास है, जो आपका श्रद्धा है भगवान श्री कृष्ण के बारे में, वो सुदृढ़ हो जाएगा और deep हो जाएगा by reading about his opulences. This is the reason Prabhupada tells us to read, not because he has written, he wants to sell his books. Your preachers are not telling you to read the books because they have to sell books of Prabhupada. कुछ target meet करना है. No. Target to meet is you should all become Krishna conscious. So that is the target for all the preachers. So I am your preacher. The target for me is all of you should become Krishna conscious. All of you should become Prabhupada's disciple. All of you should engage in devotional service of the Lord in the temple of Srila Prabhupada, accepting him as Guru. There is no other motive. So, moving on, we will go to the next shloka and learn about another interesting opulent feature of the Lord. So, we'll be doing shloka number 8. A very famous shloka. So, aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante maam iti matva bhajante maam buddha bhava samanditaha. So, what is the translation of this? Prabhupada translates this as, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling, क्या बोल रहे हैं? अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो, मैं हर चीज का स्रोत हूं, भौतिक जगत का और आध्यात्मिक जगत का. एवरीथिंग एमनेट्स फ्रॉम मी, मत्त सर्वम प्रवर्तते. जो भी आप देख रहे हो, महसूस कर रहे हो, सुन रहे हो, सब मुझसे ही आ रहा है. Then the wise who know this perfectly, Buddha bhava samanditaha, intelligent people who know me like this, engage in my devotional service. तो जब भगवान को जान लेते हैं तो लोग क्या करते हैं? भक्त बन जाते हैं. भक्त बनने से क्या करते हैं? इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम. When you know Krishna, then automatically you will start doing devotional service. And they worship me with all their hearts. Bhava samanditaha. तो पूरे मन से, दिल से वो और बुद्धि से भी they start worshipping Krishna. They start doing devotional service to Krishna. So if we are all doing devotional service, what does it mean? By heart we have accepted him. Because अगर हमने accept नहीं किया है तो हम सेवा नहीं कर पाएंगे. क्योंकि हम सेवा कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये है कि we are falling in that category where somehow we are accepting Krishna to whatever extent our heart is allowed as our Supreme Lord. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya, who knows how to apply his teachings, can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything. तो जो भक्ति के पथ में चल पड़ता है वही जान लेता है कि भगवान श्री कृष्णा सब कुछ है, तो भगवान कृष्णा के अतिरिक्त कुछ है ही नहीं. So and he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of Supreme Lord. और इस ज्ञान से वो भक्ति में सुदृढ़ निश्चय से आगे बढ़ेगा. So that's why if you are not reading, you are not hearing, आपका भक्ति धीरे धीरे क्षीण हो जाएगा और भगवान श्री कृष्ण से और सेवा से दूर चले जाएंगे. जब तक आप भगवान श्री कृष्ण के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, आपका डिवोशनल लाइफ चलता जाएगा. Even if you are staying away from the temple in a different city, still you can engage in the service of the Lord by being in connection with your preachers. They know how to engage you. They'll keep you engaged. बस हमें तत्र मूल्यम एकम लौल्यम. We must have this intense greed to do service for the Lord. So Krishna sitting in our heart, he will direct us to the right person. He will direct us to the right place at the right time. और हम देखते देखते भक्ति का सेवा करना प्रारंभ करेंगे. So अहितु की अप्रतिहता. No material obstacles can stop bhakti. No distance, no bad qualities, no material other obstructions, जो बंधन है, जो बांधव्य है, कुछ भी रोकेगा नहीं. Because bhakti is ahitu ki apratiata. It is beyond any obstacles. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or fools. चाहे कोई कुछ भी बोले, लेकिन वो भक्ति के पद से हटेगा नहीं और भगवान श्री कृष्ण से उसका विश्वास कभी हटेगा नहीं. All Vedic literature agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva, all other demigods. सारे वेद ग्रंथ में यही आता है कि कृष्णा हर चीज का स्रोत है. In the Atharva Veda it is said, यो ब्रह्माणाम विदधाति पूर्वम यो वै वेदांश्च धापयति स्म कृष्णः. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma. यो ब्रह्माणाम विदधाति पूर्वम. ब्रह्मा को उपदेश देने वाले भगवान श्री कृष्णा है. Then and he instructed him with what? Vedic knowledge. तो वेद ग्रंथ का जो सारे जो अभी भी ब्रह्मा चतुर्मुख से पढ़ रहे हैं, अध्ययन कर रहे हैं, उसका ज्ञान किसने दिया? भगवान श्री कृष्णा ने. Then again it is said, अतः पुरुषो अवै नारायणो कामयता प्रजा श्रेज्य इति उपक्रम्य. So then the Supreme Personality Narayana desired to create living entities. तो वो ब्रह्मा के through he started creating the living entities. Further it is said, Narayana Brahma Jayate, Narayana Prajapati Prajayate, Narayana Indro Jayate, Narayana Ashtav Vasavo Jayante, Narayana Ekadasha Rudra Jayante, Narayana Dvadashadityaha. So here it is being mentioned, Narayana is the source of everything. Source of what all? Brahma, the source of Prajapati, is the source of Indra, is the source of Ashtavasu, और वो स्रोत है 11 रुद्र का, और वो स्रोत है 12 आदित्य का. So Vedas are giving us all the knowledge, not simply telling you something and leaving you high and dry. It is also giving you Vedic proof that Narayana is the source of Brahma, this, that, and there are there in the Vedic scriptures. So it is said in the same Vedas, Brahmanyo Devaki putrah. So Devaki putra Krishna, Who is he? The son of Devaki. Krishna is the supreme personality, Brahmanya. That is Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. And then it is said, Eko Vai Narayana Asin, Na Brahma, Na Ishano, Na Apo, Na Agni, Samo Neme, Dvao Aprithvi, Na Nakshatrani, Na Suryaha, Sa Ekaki, Na Ramante Tasya. Dhyayantaha Tasya Yatra Chandoga. So Kriyamana Shtakadi Samnaka Stuti Stoma Stoma Muchati. Because now in Kali Yuga, to read the Vedic scriptures, to understand it, we don't have such great time. Neither do we have the mindset for it. So simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and simply by engaging in devotional service, we will get all knowledge. Then why we should read Prabhu? जब ये करने से knowledge आ रहा है, हमें क्यों पढ़ना चाहिए? Because हमारा chanting is not perfect, और हमारा devotional service is not of pure heart. So once we start doing that, no studies is required because the Lord will give all the knowledge within our heart. तो वहां तक तो हमें पढ़ना चाहिए. वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें पढ़ना जरूरी है. So in the beginning of creation there was only supreme personality Narayana. ये पूरा जो श्लोका है उसका मतलब ये है. तो पहले कौन थे? नारायण. और उनसे सब कुछ आ गया. तो न सूर्य था, न शशांक था, न आकाश था, न रुद्र थे, न शिव थे, न ब्रह्म थे. कौन था? केवल नारायण. सृष्टि भी नहीं था. फिर सृष्टि हुआ, फिर प्रजापति हुए, फिर जीव जंतु हुए. There was only Krishna who creates all and enjoys all. Krishna is Anadir Adir Govinda. So he is Anadir. उनका आदि कोई है नहीं, लेकिन वो सबका आदि है. So you see in Brahma Samhita also, whatever Vedic scriptures you read, final conclusion given is Krishna is Supreme Lord and everything is coming from him. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself is telling, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate. और किससे क्या पूछना है? भगवान स्वयं बोल रहे हैं हमको. So in the many Puranas, it is said that Lord Shiva was born from the highest, the Supreme Lord Krishna. And the Vedas say that it is the Supreme Lord who is the creator of Brahma and Shiva. Ved में भी यही बोल रहे हैं, भगवद गीता में भी यही ज्ञान मिलता है, भागवतम में भी यही ज्ञान मिलता है. So in the Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Prajapatim cha rudram chapi aham eva sujami vaito himam na vijanito mama maya vimohito. So the Patriarchs, Shiva, others, they are all created by me. So, though they do not know that they are created by me because they are diluted by illusion energy. So, Rudra, Indra, इनको पता नहीं है कि सृष्टि का, उनका सृष्टि भी कृष्ण भगवान से हुआ है, क्योंकि वो भी माया के शिकार है. Of course, Lord Shiva has a special position. He is neither living entity nor Vishnu Tattva. He has a special position. So Shiva seldom comes under the influence of Maya. In fact, he is Mayapati. But all others, including Brahma, are subjected to Maya and forgetfulness of the source that Krishna is the source of everything. So this slokas, sloka number 8 to 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. These 4 shlokas are called Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. भगवद गीता को आपको जानना है तो ये 4 श्लोक से आपको पूरा भगवद गीता का ज्ञान मिल जाएगा. 10.8, 9, 10 and 11. So today we have run out of time. We will stop here. We will meet again mostly next week because tomorrow maybe we will not be able to have a Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.